Hey friends, today is Monday, April 27th. I had to think for a second, and we are starting a new week. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope that you got to do something fun. I hope you all have your power back now. I have power at my house, but I don't have internet. So I am actually here in our classroom at school. And so it's really nice to see it. Everything looks good. I'll give you a quick little spin. Will, Zach, and Carly are here with me, but I'll give you a little spin so you can see everything is just as it normally is. They've got a show on the screen, but hanging out here today. And so today we're going to once again do our language and our math together. So I'm going to do a little bit with you, and then you'll do some on your own. You're also doing spelling again this week. We are on now list 29, so make sure that you are doing that. I'm sending a link for Spelling City that you can use to play some games, do some different ways of studying. I know lots of writing right now has been a little bit of a challenge for a lot of people, so I'm trying to scale back on that a little bit to help a lot of our friends who are struggling. And so we can play games that'll help, but if your mom wants you or dad wants you to write your words, or if they want you to write sentences, or if they want you to just say them out loud with them, whatever's working best for you guys is what I want you to do. I do want you to be able to give me your test when you return your packet to me, as always. All right, so today I need you to get out that packet that has this page. It says alliteration. Okay, I'll give you just a second to find that. You should have a pencil also ready to go. My hair's crazy. It was windy today. Come here. All right, so alliteration is what we're going to talk about first today. So alliteration is a definition that is already written down for us. So I'm going to go ahead and read. Definition: alliteration is when words start with the same sound. The beginning sound is the same. Very different from what we practice a lot in school, which is rhyming words. Rhyming words have the same what kind of sound? Yep, ending sound. The ending sound is the same. But in alliteration, we have the same beginning sound. So if you've ever heard crazy tongue twisters, sometimes they'll have ones that have like that same beginning sound. Like if you've ever heard Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and I can't even say it because so much alliteration in a row. But that's what we're looking for, the same beginning sound in the word. All right, so I'm going to read the directions. They tell us to use the word bank to help us complete each sentence. After you complete all the sentences, try to read them as fast as you can. Just like I tried to say, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. See, it's really hard. All right, so let's go over the word bank words together, and then we'll start working on a few sentences, okay? So I'm right here at the word bank. I'm gonna go across. All right, cherries, fruit, lounge, swing, ship, dishwater, toothbrush, joy, jiggled, roller coaster, apples, braids, bat, peanuts, lollipops. All right, let's look at number one together. Johnny jumped with, so we see 3 J's. We're obviously going to be looking for a what word? A J word. So let's go through, let's skim and scan our words. We're going across that first row. I don't see any J words. Going across the next one, I have joy and jiggled. So let's try them both, see which one makes the most sense. Johnny jumped with joy. That sounds really good, doesn't it? But let's just try jiggled just to see. Johnny jumped with jiggled. No, it doesn't quite sound as good, does it? Okay, so we know it's Johnny jumped with joy. So go ahead and write joy in the blank. And you can even cross it out of the word bank if you want, so it doesn't confuse you of looking for another word later. Awesome. All right, let's do number 2. Rita rode a, what's the beginning sound we keep hearing? R. Good. So we're going to skim and scan our words just like we did before. So let's skim and scan that first row. No R sounds. Second row. Roller coaster. You're right. And let's just look on that third row just to be safe. None. I think we found it. Let's read it and see if it makes sense. Rita rode a roller coaster. Yeah, it's definitely a good one. So let's take a second and let's write roller coaster. Remember, it's that last word in the second row. Awesome. All right, we're gonna do one more together. Number 3, Todd's toad took my, what beginning sound do we keep hearing? T. Good. All right, so let's do the same thing. We're gonna skim and scan for a T word. I'm looking at that first row. Do you see any T sounds? Me either. Look, toothbrush. Good. Let's look at that third row. No T sounds. I think toothbrush is gonna be it. Let's try it and see what it sounds like. Todd's toad took my toothbrush. That sounds great. Okay, let's go ahead and write toothbrush in the blank. All right, great job, friends. You're gonna do the same thing for the rest of these. I want you to take a moment and pause this video so you can finish the rest of this page. And then we're gonna come right back together and work on some math. Awesome. All right, you should flip the packet to the next page. It should look just like this and say fractions. Fractions. Good. All right, let's read the directions together. Look at the shaded parts of each shape. Circle the letter that describes the shaded portion. Well, before we do that, let's go back and remind ourselves of what is a fraction. A fraction is a part of a whole. So we love talking about what when we were talking about fractions? I can hear you already. Pizza, you're right. We talked a lot about pizza, okay? So I'm gonna draw our little pizza over here. So we had a whole pizza and we cut it. And remember, we could talk about each part and then we could talk about the whole. This is one whole pizza, but it's in 4 parts. One whole pizza in 4 parts. So if I'm talking about the shaded part, I'm talking about 1 out of 4, or 1/4 of a pizza. Okay, so today they've asked us to talk about the shaded parts. Okay, so let's do the first one together. It shows us a circle that looks very much like the one I just drew, and it also only has 1 part shaded. We just talked about that would be considered 1/4. So you need to find the words for 1/4. 1/4. Letter B, and circle letter B for me. Okay, you're gonna do the rest of those 2 through 8 on your own. Now let's skip down to the bottom section where we see new directions. Okay. So now the directions say shade each shape according to the description. So this time we're doing the opposite. They're telling us how much needs to be shaded, and we're gonna do that. Let's do the first one together. Number 1 says 3/5 should be shaded. Now remember, we know the second part of it, fifths, is telling us how many pieces there are all together, how many parts are in the whole. 3 is telling us the special number that we need to shade. So how many do we need to shade? 3, that's right. So let's do that now. Grab a pencil. Does it matter what 3 we shade? Doesn't matter as long as we shade 3. Okay, you should be shading with me right now. 3 pieces. Now, if the 3 you shaded are not the exact same 3 that I shaded, that's okay. The biggest thing that matters is that you only shade 3, because we're only talking about 3 special parts. You can see that I shaded 1, 2, 3 out of the 5 total that were there. All right, this is just reminding us about fractions. Remember, fractions are part of a whole, just like a pizza. We can talk about the whole pizza, or we can talk about the parts of the pizza. And so when we talk about fractions, we're talking about parts of the whole. All right, great job, friends. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow in this video. And then also, you're working on reading for me today and making sure you're studying spelling. I hope you have a great day.